rolling over the cable here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start by grabbing some magenta. We're going to start on the hair first. So we get magenta, then I'm also going to get this Succubus Kiss, which is like a burgundy wine color, kind of magenta, kind of purple. And we are going to throw a coat on this boy here. Looks like people were getting the miniatures from the newest set today, which is awesome, because at least Dave got a perfect shipment. So, for those of you that did get an order, you most likely noticed that the packing was quite different this time around. Hey, good to see ya. Scared of the detached heads, just glue them on. Just grab some super glue and throw them on, no big deal. Scared of breaking the head? No, just super glue. Just like you would attach them to a base. Yeah, this time around, the minis didn't come with specific bases, so I just had to use just like blank bases. But I don't think that's too much of an issue. The back of this guy is kind of like messed up, but we're just gonna... no, it should fit. I've put them together before. I've like printed all those previously, and yeah, the heads just fit pretty normally. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised he didn't just break. But yeah, we're gonna do like crazy magenta fur. Crazy magenta fur, and then like orangey skin. And then this upcoming Friday, we'll do the 150 size mini from this set, which was another Grammy, but it's a bombardier, so she's like throwing a bomb, as you would expect with that name. So should be pretty fun. Bomb lady. Yeah, earlier today, Shay and I started our new project, which is this right here. I don't have the base of the plinth started. I'm going to throw a bunch of 3D printed bits on it, but we're going to be doing some really crazy non-metallic metal gold armor. And so yeah, we got our nice little beginnings on that. It's a big old resin mini. And it's Forge World, but I mean, I had to do a lot of cleanup, but it wasn't as bad as like some of the Rumble Slam minis that are like really not nice. So, not nice in terms of working with that resin. I'm gonna use a, let's do Bronze Shadow. How did I miss this right here? Hold on. There you go. Yeah, I have now, over the weekend, I finished up another Rumble Slam team. So I finished up the rats. I haven't done anything with them yet. I had a print error right here on the front of his head. I think there's something on my FEP on the screen I need to investigate. I literally printed this guy, like, today. So I'm going to mix this color a little bit with the red that we just used, or whatever, you know, the darker tone. So it'll be of the same hue-ish family, just a little bit different. Go ahead and get it in here. Okay, cool. Let's do the ear. Remember, this is always that 1-to-1 ratio of paint to water so that we can keep those nice gradients. Good evening. I like how he's like, I'm a berserker, I'm chopping wood. Because that's what berserkers do, right? That is one nice thing about Broken Anvil, right? It's compared to other creators, like every single miniature has like a specifically sculpted base. That's pretty fun. I mean, I understand why other creators can't do it, though. I mean, it does take extra time. And Broken Anvil has, like, a whole team, so... You disrespected my family. And now I chop you to pieces. But alright, so... is the hair dry? The hair's pretty much dry. Alright, so we're gonna do a little trickery here. We're going to do the easy peasy method. So I'm going to grab Marigold Yellow, so a light orange. Even though it looks yellow, it's really not until you like really slam it on multiple coats. So we're going to use this, and we are going to be layering it. I'm actually going to mix in a little bit of that clear magenta here. There we go. This will be the first coat here. Let me zoom in on the palette cam. There you are. And we're just going to start layering in some highlights on the hair. And I want to bring in this highlight to the center of the face. I feel like that's a cool thing. So I'm going to be following edges first. And then glazing right on top of wherever that lighter pink is showing through. And whenever we glaze the magenta back on top, it'll be very bright. But until then, we're just using our smarts. To kind of build up the color correctly. That was what I was talking to Shay a lot during our lesson today. Was like, a lot of the times, right, people don't necessarily think about the order of operations, or the procedural side, to painting and planning like how to get the effect you're looking for. And so by using a color like this, with the end goal of magenta being sort of like what we're looking for, we're able to save time and effort in, you know, mixing a lot of stuff, and instead we're able to just focus on like the volumetric shape of what it is that we're doing. In this instance, very spiky hair. Now I'm working on a 150 up scale of this mini, otherwise it is pretty small. The gremlins are pretty little. Let's get this side of the head. Or not head, but giant hair. So if I were a highlight, where would I be? I'm guessing like it's kind of offset it. I feel like that's kind of more fun. There we go. Let that dry. We'll go back for a second round. Now working on this is a little bit terrifying because if I do put pressure on top of it right, it's just kind of wiggling and woggling on that sword. I mean, the connection's not too bad. Really, it's the strength of the arm right there, but if I were to drop him and put a lot of pressure on it, obviously we would run into a problema. Alright, so make sure I just hit the other spots going in the front here, bottom side of this big old eyebrow. Oops, I hit the skin there a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's do some of these whiskers on the side here. Now for the most part, right, I am focusing right up closest to the face. Go back for a second round. And we are going to go back with the kind of pure marigold here at some point as well. I just want to be the hair. I want to be the hair. I want the hair to be darker, right, the further away from the face we go. Depending on the size of the hair, obviously, you have to hit the whole strand. Otherwise, I am kind of Barbra Streisanding. Everybody knows that term. Painting term. Can't wait to do the eyes. A little pissed off gremlin. Alright. Okay, back of the head, a little bit different. We are going to follow this sort of highlight happening here, so... And I'm going for very shiny hair here, so we're going to be tapering it off pretty drastically in terms of shadow, reflection, etc. And then down here on the shoulders, I'm just kind of over brushing. I'm not worried about the texture or anything like that. We're just going to hit that after we glaze it. Then again. Well, this month is almost over. I will have our next kit figured out. Most of you get charged on the 1st that are part of the subscription group, so hopefully we'll have things squared away a little bit better. I have no idea what is going to happen towards the end of next month, but I am going to start looking for a job, so hopefully I can find something not soul-crushing and degrading, but, you know, I won't keep my hopes up for that. Alright, starting to outline. And you can see how we did it. So the orange color is still down there on the bottom, and then it goes very bright, and then that super sharp taper. Alright, so that's a pretty good color shift going on there. Good. Hitting all the little individual whiskerets here. Right as they get close to the face. A bit down here. Alright, so let's go ahead and glaze and see how we're looking. Definitely like it. Yeah, this is clear magenta and just water. And if we do highlight up the magenta further, it's going to be white mixed with magenta, so we're shifting away from the actual colors. And it should give a even sharper jump in contrast and tone and all that good stuff. Yeah, it looks sick. So you can see why I wanted to use the colors that we did as we layered up, rather than just like mixing in, you know, white or something, because we wouldn't get that really nice, rich transitional color that you see on the hair now. Yada, 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 right? Okay, I'll take a drink really quick. Can't tell how dark. Here we go. Let me hold on one second. Where's my focal point? Okay. I was just seeing like what it looked like because this monitor is always washed out. I didn't want it to be too dark for you to be able to see what's going on. All right, so I like that where it's at now. So I'm just gonna grab tan skin and we're gonna work on, you guessed it, the skin. I mean, we could have mixed the skin tone, but this is what I was looking for anyway. Alright, that looks pretty good. I love the expression of it now that we have some more color in there. Now I'm dirty paint watering here to get a nice smooth transition in. It's a little bit too thin actually, so I need to pump those numbers up here. There we go. There's a nice little rounded edge right there. Okay. I like that. It's looking clean. Maybe hit the sides of the mouth here, the cheek, sorry. Cheek, chin. Something. Okay. Cool. Alright, we've got some hands to do here. Should we do the eyes? So I'm gonna do the eyes and the skin tone first, and then we'll highlight it up. Okay, I'll grab some white. You can see I'm focusing on the outside edge there. Okay. And then we're going to do just pure white with some water. Probably the teeth as well, actually. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's do the middle here. Grab a tiny bit of black, and I'm gonna actually make it just very dark, like a reddish magenta. I mean, not that you could tell. Actually, it's gonna be so small, but okay. Let's see what we got going on. We're gonna have to fix these, but I didn't know how big I was gonna make them, so I mean, a lot of the work we did on the eye doesn't really matter, but it's alright. It's okay. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, if I miss anybody's chat messages or anything, I am sorry. I'm just kind of working on some eye orbs here, so I'm not really paying full attention. Do a little reflection here. Okay. He looks pretty friendly, I feel like, for a berserker. Cool. Let me check my phone really quick. I felt it buzz on me. She's buzzing, Jim. Okay. Spam. Alright, so let's figure out, we've got pants and shoes and a bangle. Everybody's got a bangle. And then the big sword, eh? Alright, so let's do like, we'll do clear blue here and we'll just do kind of like jeans or something. I like the boots, they're kind of funny. And then I'm just going to add some white to this, and then we'll glaze it with the clear blue. Once we're done, now I actually need it to dry for a second. I can't just jump right on in, sadly. We could probably do a coat on the sword though. Let's be clever here. Here we go. So I just made a darker neutral gray. Nice and, sorry, I'm having indigestion. Nice and thin. Now, you could argue that the sword is wood, but we're gonna go for metal. Cool, it's a good start. Welcome back. What happened? Wait, what? Did I miss something? Hold on, is my chat not working? Okay, it looks like I missed something. And I'm not seeing the chat, so... Sorry if I messed that up. Oh, okay. Sydney was in a bunch of meetings today. She's in a 2-hour meeting. I mean, I don't think Shirley has to do much. Or, like, it's not, you know... It's more of like a production meeting, so they just ask questions or talk about projects. I'm very familiar with completely worthless meetings. One of the guys that I used to work with at a startup always had a really good rule of thumb where any meeting with more than 3 people is a waste of time because you're just scheduling the next meeting. And that is almost always true. You can't get anything done. You were getting the poos. Coffee will do that. Unless that's like a catchphrase and not you had to poop. But either way, right? Go with a little bit darker version here on the bottom of the leg. There we go. Oh, cross? I see. Good old Australian slang, man. Alright, going back on top of the clear blue. Alright, we'll let that dry. Let me go ahead and hit those bangles here too real quick. Had fun this weekend. We finished up this Scholar Plus class. We painted up this guy. He was a lot of fun. Had a good time on his weapon, etc. And then Sunday we worked on the big bust again, and I accidentally got white paint, as you can see right there. But I got white paint on other parts of the Mini, and I had to repair it at like the last second. But we started building back all of our silvers, finished the highlights on the silver on the front, on the bottom there that we didn't have previously. So at least all the silver's done there. And then finishing out everything else shouldn't be too bad, I'm hoping. I'm thinking it'll be 3 more sessions. And then we could be donezo and figure out something else to work on. Let's do like yellow boots. I'm feeling very like Dragon Ball Z vibes or something coming from him, so. What's that bib for if not catching things from falling on the armor? Huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's funny. I had to use my brain for a second on that one. I was like, what am I thinking of here? Make a dark brown here. While it's still wet, I'm gonna grab another brown. Only a little wet blending there to make the world go round. Alright, so funny enough, we're gonna use that same brown I just threw out there, just intense brown for those wondering. And we're gonna throw this onto the log. Oh, not the sword, buddy. It doesn't matter, but whatever. We'll just lightly glaze some brown all over everything. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna go back in with like a, I don't even know, like a ivory cream color. A vanilla color, maybe? Would that be the term? I don't know. I feel like he's kind of got like gremlin Ugg boots on or something. Which is either funny or terrifying. I'm not sure which. Alright, so I'm gonna taper that out. So add a little bit of water to the brush. Hopefully get a nice smooth gradient. Ah, yes. Well, you know, just because you're a berserking gremlin doesn't mean you can't be comfortable, I suppose. Self-care and all that. I'll do the bottom side here, just so it isn't as dark. Alright. Yeah, I just didn't, I literally forgot to sand them off before I was finished. Because, yeah, I cleaned up the hair, cleaned up under the arms, cleaned up the bottom of the sword, and then I literally didn't do the back of his shoes, so. But it's okay. Alright, so I'm going to take a purple wash here. Hit our login. Yeah, I mean, they are support marks, but I would love them to be like little boosters or something. It'd be kind of funny. They kind of look like they're supposed to be there, right? They're definitely not, but... cleats is like the Yeezy cleats. Alright. Alright, so wait on that to dry. Why don't we do a little sword work here? Make a lighter gray. We'll darken it up a bit. Next, so let me grab same silver, and then, I don't know, we'll go like just darker. Does that make sense? Yeah, just darker. Okay, let's see. Excuse me. I need more black. Okay. Wow, the tip of my brush is like going crazy on me here. But I really abused this brush a few days ago, so I'm not surprised if I accidentally did it in. As you do. Okay, so we are going to go back and re-highlight, of course, but I just needed the shadows to be a little bit darker. They weren't doing it for me. This side's not as bad. Really, it was like just that other side was too not dark enough. It's hard to say. Just follow your heart and listen to the farts, and you'll know when to dump it. Massive dumps of brushes. Alright, so now let's bounce back in here. For me, usually it's when the brush isn't like it isn't predictably holding pigment like it normally would, and I'm only really familiar with what it should be doing because I use this brand of brush only, you know what I mean, and size, so I'm just like attuned to it. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the bright edge trick here. I'm not gonna highlight this up for years, as fun as that would be. More white. More white. Okay. color I'm using right now is actually a strange kind of tan, but working just fine, apparently. Yes, the intentional brown glaze. Did all the heavy lifting. Alright. Got a sword going on there. Alright, let's do a little bangle really quick. Man, there must be a super rich bangle merchant in the Broken Anvil universe, because literally all the characters are wearing the exact same shape bangle. I don't know if that's just a little sculpty, lazy workaround, but you know. As someone who has painted a lot of their last releases, why you always gotta have the same bangle, man? You can't throw on something else? You can't do a little hand wrap? A little bracer action, something like that? It's always gotta be the same bangle? But hey. Sculptors don't listen to painters. For the most part, it's so interesting. Sculptors that I've spoken with, like, literally do not give a shit about painters. Like, they see painting as like an inferior art form. It's so funny. But I mean, it makes sense. You know. Everybody's got to shit on somebody. The only person I've ever met that was, like, respectful of painters was Julie Guthrie. Well, Julie Guthrie and Bob Rodolphe, both of them were really nice, and said they like, you know, they like seeing people's interpretations and things that are even beyond what they can imagine. Other sculptors I've talked to don't really care about painting. They care about, like, hearing what people do with the minis, so, like, playing a game, or, like, you know, I use this mini as my character, here's what the character was, you know, things like that. I mean, I've talked to a lot of sculptors, so. Except for, like, Julie Guthrie, Bob Rodolphe, both of them are in their, like, 70s. And then Mark from Frozen Ninja, like, you know, being surprised by paint jobs, but yeah, it's by and large have very weird opinions. Because to them, you know, I kind of get it. To them, it's like, well, your painting wouldn't exist without me, type of thing. It's like, which shit first, the chicken or the egg? And in the case of a sculptor, they want to shit first. Okay. So what, the log? Let's throw some lines on this log here. Very subtle, but still taking advantage of the little gradient we have built in there. For splash effects like the ground there, are the outer parts supposed to be lighter? I don't know. I haven't done anything to it yet. I mean, I would just highlight it up all the way, like sand or something. That's probably what I'll do. But it's just up to like the lighting, you know, and in this instance, it would make sense. Throw some color on the cinnamon whirl here. Shouldn't get ahead of me. No, it doesn't matter. If you're somebody that's actually here, then it's all good. I was hoping we'd have more viewers tonight, but it's been pretty brutal. Towards the end of last week, so according to my analytics, the amount of people viewing over the last 28 days is up 85%. So, you know, Mondays are always pretty tough, but it's not enough to save my life, so. When I do get a job, though, I'm not going to be streaming. I'll still do Patreon right on the weekends and everything, but you will not see me anymore Monday through Friday and stuff. Miniature Monday will probably be at night still, but it'll be a Patreon only stream. Okay, so the dirt. I'll probably stipple it, actually, so that way it looks a bit more like sandy, grainy. No, not at all, man. I'm terrified. Absolutely terrified. You know, I mean, my life fell apart, man. Like, I cannot save my business after being sick. And I have no prospects at all after doing this for 5 years. And there is nobody that can help. And it is what it is. So, this is going to be one of the worst, most difficult things I'm ever going to have to go through. I'm just hoping it doesn't, like, make me hate miniatures and painting, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, at the point in which I'm having to borrow money from my parents, that's the end of it. I'm not, you know. That is the end of my painting career. And you are watching it. I think the thing that gutted me the most recently was the painting group that I run that has like 3,000 people in it almost, or I don't know how many people, here on Facebook. Someone's like, can anyone suggest like painters with videos and da-da-da-da? And like literally nobody fucking recommends me. And it's my group. I was just like, alright, well, I'm done. Like, this makes me hate myself and I feel like a failure. So, cool. And I know it's like random people join the group, right? So it's not like people that would know me. And I never posted it because it's not supposed to be a place where people do self-promotion and stuff, but man, that made me feel like shit. I was just like, well, okay. Years of my life growing a business and working with companies and all that for nothing. But that's how capitalism works, so at least I did it on my own terms. Yeah, it was fucking depressing. Like, you have no idea how absolutely worthless and a failure I felt reading those comments. I'm not even kidding. Well, yeah, JV's my friend though, and like, we had talked about how I'm going through a lot of problems right now, obviously, and you know, so then he went and posted that. So that wasn't even like a natural thing. That was just a result of him realizing how fucked I am. So, but hopefully it's showing up on camera, right? We're just doing a bunch of stippling. It looks like dirt. I'm not really doing it on the backside as much because I don't know, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing people can do. I mean, at this point, it's like the people that do support me as much as they can, and that is not enough for me to make a living. So that's it. It's over. You know, like there's no magic fix to any of it. Like, what do I do? A GoFundMe not to like close my business? That's like, I already didn't want to do a GoFundMe for the hospital stuff, but like that would be the biggest fucking loser move of all time, so I just can't do that. Can't do that. So, you know, and that's the thing, like even if somebody were to give me money to survive like another month, that doesn't, like, you know, I'm slamming my head against the wall trying to get more viewers and like literally, so I compared my numbers from like before I got sick. And my posts and streams would go out to like 1,000 people at a time on my page. Now it's like 250. Like if I look at the stats tonight, Facebook would have only shared this out. And like Facebook is where I got most of my views anyway. So, you know, YouTube and Twitch really was like just a couple of people would watch there. But it was never really like where I was gaining any traction. And if I compare the numbers, it literally is like such an insane difference. And it's because I was gone for 2 months, right? Like the algorithm only rewards people that are keeping people on the platform. And so after working for years, doing daily streams and all that stuff, to have it shared out to a decent amount of people, right? Obviously, having it over 1/10 of your total follows or likes on a page is pretty good, because then you need to start paying money, right? So like you never want to do that. And I worked for years to get it to that point, and then I have a medical emergency and it's all gone. All gone. So, you know, it doesn't matter that I've been streaming 5 days a week. It doesn't matter that I've been trying to figure out like a different time to stream to try and get more people. Nothing I do makes a difference. And, you know, everybody can be like, oh, maybe it'll get better, maybe it won't, But literally, like, that doesn't help my bank account. That doesn't help my problems. That doesn't help my bills. None of that fixes any of my problems. So it goes, you know, it's different when it's a business and it's your business and it's something that you have built for years and you have put your fucking life into. You've worried about it 24 hours a day for years, and you put yourself out there for people. You do nice things for people. You get fucked over by companies, right? And at the end of the day, because of something completely out of my control, it's over. It's over, you know? So yeah. That's how that feels. So, all right, well, fun way to end it. Another stupid paint job. 10 people got to watch. So, hope you enjoyed it. You know, might stream tomorrow. I don't know. Either way, thanks for hanging out.